Fighting pleased me more than food. Imagine a warrior so feared, enemies checked their scalps daily just to see if they were still attached. A man who laughed at death, embraced violence, and made soldiers tremble. This was Rain in the face. His heart, by his own admission, was evil in those days, and it was a woman's dare, a challenge to his courage he couldn't ignore. That set him on a collision course with history and the Custer family. This is the story of how that dare led to capture, humiliation, a sacred promise of vengeance, and ultimately to the carnage of Little Bighorn. Hear Rain's chillingly detailed confession, the ambush tactics, the jammed rifles, the war cries, the taste of blood and brains, and the gruesome fulfillment of his oath against Tom Custer. The eyewitness account they tried for decades to silence is spoken at last. But before we begin, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel to support our community. If you wish to hear a tale, I'll relate a true one concerning me. I was wicked before needing crutches. My heart's good presently, though evil when I fought and hunted. Women fancied me, but men feared me. Fighting pleased me more than food. Soldiers dreaded me. Rees and Crows checked their hair daily to confirm it remained attached when I was near. I was a formidable presence, and my name was spoken with dread. Harry interjected, "Where Indians enjoy brack. We know you were fierce, Rain," Harry stated, "yet we desire the account where Tom Custer bested you. If so courageous, how did a slight man like Tom Custer overcome you?" This discomforted Rain, and he grimaced. He stood large, 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing 195 pounds, whereas Captain Tom Custer appeared smaller. With much reflection, Rain recounted his perspective, and shockingly, he continued narrating his version of the Custer Massacre. He spoke using many gestures and feeling, remembering that destined day's specifics. For years, Army officers and government agents attempted to make Rain discuss the fight, but he stayed silent. They tried all methods, kindness, pledges, even menacing him, yet it failed. Rain is famed for slaying Custer. The poet Longfellow even composed verses about him. Thus Rain finally sharing his story startled us. I record it precisely as McLaughlin interpreted. Rain declared, 2 years prior to the great battle, Gall and Sitting Bull established their camp at Standing Rock. All the Indians there opposed the government. They were Hunkpapa Sioux, and they feared nothing. The Yanktonais were friendly Indians lingering near the agency, seeking food and supplies. We enjoyed ourselves greatly in the unfriendly encampment, dancing, racing, shooting, and gaming. We had abundant buffalo and deer to consume, and numerous ponies. I was favored by the girls, and they would provoke me to anger. When angered, I desired combat. One evening, a girl dared me to travel to Fort Lincoln and slay a white man. I told her it was overly perilous, with soldiers constantly on watch and rescouts close by. But she declared, "A courageous man knows no fear. If you're a coward, stay. I'll request another who isn't afraid, one who's danced in the Sundance." That was a provocation I could not disregard. The other girls giggled, but the young men refrained. They dreaded me, and I would have slain them for mocking. I proceeded to my lodge, colored my face black, and took my rifle, bow, and pony. I went stealthily from camp under night's cover and traveled to Fort Lincoln 45 miles north. I waited 2 days, seeking an opportunity to shoot a soldier. I had chances to kill a Ree-woman or a woodchopper, yet I aimed to return a soldier's brass buttons to the girl who mocked me. I succeeded, and she stitched them onto her shawl. One morning, I observed the shopkeeper and a horse doctor walk to a spring. Long yellow hair and his soldiers were riding back, approximately 100 yards off. I charged up, shot the shopkeeper, and struck the horse doctor with my war club. Then I shot them full of arrows and severed some buttons. Long yellow hair heard the shot and galloped back. I lacked the time to scalp the men I killed. I leaped onto my pony and shouted at them to capture me. They pursued me to the Cannonball River. The following winter, I visited the agency store at Standing Rock. I received no rations since I hadn't endorsed the peace treaty. The shopkeeper, one arm, was present. I feared neither him nor the 30 soldiers with little hair. He crept up behind me, and they all piled atop me. They hurled me into a wagon and restrained me until reaching the guardroom at Lincoln. I was handled like a woman, not a chief. They confined me in a chamber, shackled me, and provided only one blanket. Snow blew through the cracks onto me all winter. It was freezing. Once, Little Hair released me, and the soldiers instructed me to run. I understood they wished to shoot me in the back. I informed Little Hair I would flee and carve his heart out and consume it. I was chained to a white man, and one night we escaped. They shot at us, but we fled and concealed ourselves on the Heart River bank. The white man severed the chains with a blade, but they seized him the next day. I evaded them, yet knew they would search for me. I rejoined Sitting Bull and Gall, but they feared to retrieve me. I sent Little Hair a depiction of a bloody heart on buffalo hide, so he knew I recalled my pledge. Next time I encountered him, I obtained his heart. That's all I'll state. We acknowledged much of this was accurate, aligning with the government's report of the sutler and Surgeon Hunsinger's demise, but we wished to hear about Tom Custer's heart. McFadden displayed to Rain a sketch of Custer's final charge and inquired if it resembled the fight. Rain scrutinized it, then erupted in laughter. "No, this image is false. Soldiers didn't battle us with swords, but firearms and revolvers. They fought afoot, with every fourth man retaining horses. We bind ourselves to our ponies and battle in a ring. We disrobe and adorn ourselves and our ponies with paint. This image depicts us with bows and arrows, but we were more heavily armed. Their firearms discharged only once, with cartridges jammed inside. I know. I observed scores of guns on the battlefield with shells still lodged. The soldiers' weapons malfunctioned. When we saw their guns failed, we employed our war clubs to fell them. It was effortless, like slaughtering sheep. Some pleaded for mercy, but we granted none. This depiction is false, like all white men's images of Indians. Allow me to demonstrate reality." Rain flipped the paper and sketched a big sideways S shape using a pencil. "This is the Little Bighorn River. Our lodges lined the banks, curved like a flexed bow." "How many lodges did you possess?" Harry inquired. "Many, many tens. We were as countless as grass blades." There were about 4,000 to 6,000 Indians, so minimum 1,000 lodges. Sitting Bull performed potent medicine on a hill. He returned it in a pouch on a cube stick and delivered an oration. He declared the Great Spirit forewarned him soldiers approached, but we would vanquish them. His words heartened us. Next day, our runners reported soldiers nearing. Sitting Bull directed women to erect empty lodges to deceive the Scouts. Brush and the river's curve concealed our true lodges. Then Sitting Bull departed to conduct more medicine, and returned only post-battle. Then we displayed our line, and the soldiers attacked. They retreated under our fire, while our youths behind them commenced shooting. We observed officers conversing and gesturing, yet all appeared similar. I witnessed long yellow hair, neither then nor after. We heard the REs chanting their death hymn. They realized we trapped them. They alighted, with every fourth man holding comrades' ponies. We encircled them, surging like waves upon shore. We shot the pony holders and panicked the ponies by flapping blankets. Our women captured them, for they were exhausted. I'd chanted the war song, inhaled gunpowder. My heart was wicked. I became mindless. I charged forth, seized their banner, and my pony collapsed dead. I sliced the thong, sprang up, and struck the flag-bearer with my war club. I sprinted back to our line bearing the flag. I felt pride. I'd performed a valiant act. Our fighters acclaimed, and we battled onward. Soldiers' blood and brains splattered my face, feeling scalding and tasting acrid. Enraged, I acquired a fresh pony and charged anew, firing, stabbing, and hacking. This pony, too, was shot, so I obtained another. Then I spotted Little Hair, recalling my oath. Frenetic, fearing naught, I trusted my white weasel tail charm. I know not how many I slew, reaching him. He identified me. I jeered and shouted. His lips moved, but clamor drowned his voice. He was terrified. When near enough, I shot him with my revolver. My firearm vanished. I know not where. I dismounted, excised his heart, bit a fragment, and spat at it at his face. Then I rode away brandishing it. Content and battle-weary, I didn't scalp him. I'd kept my vow. Nothing else mattered. I quit the battleground thereafter. Women arrived later, dispatching wounded, seizing possessions, severing boots for leather. They even amputated fingers for quicker ring removal. They sought Long Yellowhair's scalp, but failed, for he wore no uniform and had shorn his hair. That evening we celebrated with feasting and scalp dancing. Sitting Bull addressed us, declaring, "I told you my medicine would function. It instilled courage in you." He claimed credit for victory, but Gall contested this, stating, "We executed the combat. You merely performed medicine." This provoked friction between them. We might have vanquished the others on the hill, yet Gall and Sitting Bull's discord halted us. Both desired leadership, with Indians aligning behind each. I remained indifferent. I commanded my own band and heeded neither. Battle-weary, I wished to dance. Hearing more soldiers approached with artillery, we journeyed north. They pursued us until we traversed the border. I remained there until Sitting Bull's return, accompanying him back. I rejoiced at homecoming. That concludes my account, never before shared with white men. I am content to have told you. When Rain ceased speaking, I questioned him. "If you didn't slay Long Yellowhair, who did?" He responded, "I cannot say." None know. It resembled battling in darkness. Mac probed, "Why was Long Yellowhair not scalped like others?" Rain replied, "None are too courageous for scalping." Women puzzled over finding him. He likely lay concealed beneath corpses. Mac asked about Curly the Crow Scout, who professed escape. Rain asserted Curly deceives. He avoided the fight. His pony faltered, and he fled like a craven. Rain approaches 60 years now, sole surviving chief recounting the Custer engagement. He writes his English name without grasping its import. His English lexicon is restricted, though he comprehends most speech. Like fellow Indians, he values future favors over past. He possesses bravery, yet lacks ethics. However, he honors pledges, though securing one demands immense patience. Even at 60, he remains robust and physically commanding, evoking Fenimore Cooper's archetypal Indian. Rain's English knowledge spans approximately 30 words, though his pronunciation baffles listeners despite near total comprehension. His redeeming quality is absolute reliability in keeping promises, yet obtaining one requires monumental persistence. May this eyewitness narrative offer fresh insight into the Little Bighorn Battle of the Great Sioux War, 1876. Remain attentive for additional videos. I aim to present further first-hand battle accounts. Therefore, enjoy your day, and I'll see you next time.